Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you want to see this full face, go ahead and check out my previous video using all flower products. Now, let's go ahead and wash this makeup off and put on a brand new face. Hey everybody, welcome back for another brand new face video. What do you guys think of this background? I like it. I'm happy with how this is working out here. Little shout out to my mom for helping me out with getting this fabric for this background. I think it's looking pretty good. But welcome to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. And if you've been with us before, welcome back. We are doing another brand new face video. Before we dive into it, I just want to do a quick little thank you. It's a very, very small celebration, but when I was setting up for this video, we did officially hit 100 subscribers. I know that that's such a small number, but I love celebrating these little milestones as we go. Having this channel for around 3 years and having those 100 subscribers is very special to me, so thank you to all of you. You guys are so important. I'll blabber on about that closer to the end of the video, but I just wanted to put that out there real quick. So if this is your first time coming to the channel, I would love for you to subscribe if you're interested in makeup content. What we do on this channel is we take one brand at a time and make a full face, brand new faces. And if you're excited for videos like that, I hope you guys thumbs up the video, leave some comments down below. I would really appreciate that. But anyways, let's get started. Let's dive into the brand here. So today's brand is going to be Physicians Formula. Super duper excited. They are a drugstore brand. I've used a couple of Physicians Formula products in the past. One product here particular is not a new product to me. I did pull it from my collection. Everything else though, however, is newly packaged. I may have at some point or another maybe used a product of one of these products, but only one item is not like brand new to me. So yeah, very, very excited. I'm gonna pull up on the website here real quick just to kind of see what the brand is all about. I don't know why, but looking at this first like paragraph that they have here on the website, it just, for some reason, the way the words and stuff that they use, it's so dramatic. So I'm gonna do my best to like not fumble through it. I know I'm not the best at reading and I fumble out my words all the time. But anyways, so this top little paragraph here says, at Physicians Formula, our scientists forge and our doctors screen thousands of natural, organic, and safe, undiscovered ingredients from all around the world to select those that are clean, effective, and high-performing, yet gentle on the most sensitive skin. We believe all skin deserves wellness and are fully committed to delivering that promise. With top physicians, our team combines unique natural ingredients with skin-backed technology to create the most powerful form of scientific naturals. Rigorously, I can't say that word, rigorously tested for safe and, I've blown it. Rigorously tested for safety and efficacy. Our scientists embrace the good with safe ingredients and expel the bad by banning the use of harmful and questionable ingredients. Our no-no list is 500 plus strong and is growing every day with our stringent research standards. So what we get out of that, it's very interesting reading through that, kind of explains Physicians Formula. They definitely take it serious when it comes to researching and testing the quality and the type of ingredients that they put into the brand. So I do think that that's really cool, and that they're constantly looking into ingredients and finding out if at any point they discover anything new about a product that if it is harmful or maybe even beneficial, kind of just working around that. So I do think that's really, really cool. It also says on here it's clean formulas, high hyperallergenic and cruelty-free. I love seeing brands that are cruelty-free. Natural and organic, that's very cool. And high-performing products, physicians approved, and consumer tested. I think there's very good stuff listed there. I think it's really cool that the brand cares about the quality of the products that are going in and are really interested in how, you know, taking care of the of your skin and everything like that. They're not necessarily like skincare products or skincare minded, but just like not wanting to cause any harm to your face, I guess. So anyways, let's just go ahead and get started on the face here. We're gonna start on the eyes like we usually do and use the concealer to prime. And the concealer that we're gonna use is the Natural Defense Total Coverage Concealer, and it is SPF 30. On the site here, they currently have 3 shades, and I believe I got their lightest one. I sure did. I got the lightest shade Fair. So here is what it looks like. So it comes in a tube, and then when you open it up here, it actually has a little sponge applicator on the top. So I imagine we squeeze it and the product comes through that way. And it says here that this is supposed to be a lightweight, medium to full coverage concealer that blurs, protects, and perfects with our exclusive complex for smooth, flawless complexion. Features a unique cushion tip for easy, targeted application. Okay, so medium to full coverage, smooth, perfecting. All right, let's go ahead and give it a try here. I'm gonna squeeze through. I don't know how hard I need to squeeze. Or there's some sort of seal that needs to be broken. Squeeze. Oh, I'm learning. You can't see it very well, but there's an off and an on. There's a little arrow here. It's probably not gonna focus. My lights are pretty bright. But there's a little arrow and we can twist on and off. Very interesting. So let's give that a go. Maybe that'll work a little better. It won't come through. It's on, right? Oh, it's in there. I see it. I see it. There we go. So it's gonna start coming through the center there. So I don't think I'm gonna use the sponge necessarily to blend it. I'm just still gonna use that to apply it to the eyes. Definitely feels sort of thick. And then I'm going to take a dampened blender. I'm gonna take a dampened blender here. This is the This is the Beauty Creations blender, and blend that on the eyes. And I feel like, just from my first attempts of using this here right now, it doesn't seem to be a product that like you can move around a lot after you've put it down. Like you'd apply a little bit in that area and that's really the only area it's gonna blend out to. Like, I did have to apply a little bit more, but it doesn't feel heavy. It feels, when initially applying it, it feels like a thicker formula, but it's not feeling heavy on the eyes here right now. I'm gonna just take a little bit, cover up this stubborn stuff in between here for now. Yeah, I mean, so far not bad. It's an interesting formula, like I was kind of stating, where it doesn't move a lot when you're going to blend it. Wherever you kind of put the product down, it's really gonna kind of stay in that spot. It looks to be sort of matte on the eyes here, not uncomfortable. I feel that it may not sit the best in the creases. Like, it doesn't look to be like it's building, it's just not really staying in those areas. That is it so far. I definitely do think it did an okay job. Medium coverage to cover out some of the veining and stuff that I have on my eyes. So let's get into the eyeshadow here now. And they've got a couple on their website, but the one I decided to get is their Butter Believe It eyeshadow. And so here is what it looks like. It's this tiny little guy. And when you open it up here, the light's gonna kind of probably blind it out here. It mainly consists of shimmery shadows, but there are 2 matte browns in here. And then one thing, I didn't notice it with the concealer, but Physicians Formula is pretty well known for their kind of coconutty tropical smell. You definitely get that with this. I'm not gonna lie, that's not my favorite scent. I don't enjoy it. I'm not a coconutty, tropical, pineapple-y, I don't know. It's not for me. So it is, you do smell that very well-known Physicians Formula coconutty smell in this, which if you don't mind that, that's okay. I'm just kind of letting you guys know. But anyways, here is the eyeshadow, and let's go ahead and create a look here. So I'm gonna grab our M433 brush. They don't have any names stated on the packaging here, but I'm gonna start with this lighter matte shade right here. And of course, start blending that into our crease and making that our transition shade and creating our shape for our eye look. Okay, so far so good. That first shade is blending out pretty nicely here. It's got some decent pigment, pretty good standard base shade to start the eyes out. I am now going to take the darker shade in here in this skinnier one. It is the other matte brown shade in here, and using the same M433 brush, dipping on in there, and then just kind of focusing this on the outer area just to create a little bit more depth and shadow and see how those two blend and work with each other. Not bad. I did not add a whole lot of that, but I do think that those two shades blended in with each other nicely. I'm very interested in this like kind of more gray metallic here. I don't know if that's gonna be our main shade. Let's do this. Next, I'm gonna take my finger into this more kind of greeny metallic shade right here. Picks up very nicely on the finger here. And I'm gonna apply that on the majority of the lid here. That's a cute color. I like that a lot. That applied nicely, nice and quick. The, applied very nice with the fingers. Pigment is good with that. I like the reflex that it has. Let's now go over it just a little bit with this more golden shade at the end there, just to see if we can build a little bit of that over top. Of course, when mixing the shades, you won't be able to like super see how they look, but I'll do some swatches here in a little bit so you can see all that. And then lastly, I think I'm just gonna keep using my finger here. I'm gonna take that lightest metallic-y shade right here and apply that in the inner third here, and we'll likely end up using that as the inner corner highlight as well. We'll see. Maybe we'll use the highlighter. And that came together pretty quick. It's a pretty small, simple palette, and I don't mind doing quick, very basic looks. I do think that is really pretty. I like how there's a couple of matte shades in there to get your base set up and kind of create your shape, and then just go crazy with the shimmery metallics. I mean, sort of goes with the top that we've got here. That more green color in there is so pretty. So I like that we use that as our primary shade on the eyes today. That is really, really pretty. I'm happy with that so far. And very minor fallout right now. Yeah, there's some there, but it's very, very small. I'm gonna quickly go ahead and just swatch the metallic shades in here for you. I really wanna try out this more gray color. Okay, and I never swatch in a very good place. Here are, I'm gonna bring my lights down just a little bit. Hopefully you can see this. Here are those metallics swatched. That gray metallic is very pretty. The consistency of them is not too dry. It's a little creamy, so I do really like the consistency of them. The pigment is very, very nice, and yeah, so far so good with the eyeshadow. Next, we are going to jump into the eyeliner. Now, this is the product that I already had. So the eyeliner that I have is the Eye Boost Waterproof Ultra Fine Liquid Eyeliner in Blackest Black. So this guy right here. It claims in the website here that it is an ultra-fine waterproof liquid eyeliner made with the blackest of black pigments to allow the ultimate flow through the application with our fast ink dry finish. Being that I have already had this product, I know that I enjoy this product. This is probably one of the first liquid pen eyeliners that I got that actually got me kind of transitioned into liquid liner. I used to use pretty much only cream pencil liners, and then I had a friend who recommended this one to me, and then I just switched. So yes, I do enjoy this one. I'm just gonna put it out there. This is a good liner and holds. It's a waterproof liner. It washes off really nicely, but at the same time has good long hold as well. So we're gonna quickly apply this to the eyes. Okay, there is the eyeliner applied. I mentioned it a couple of times in other videos. Being that I have like slightly hooded eyes, I do just struggle with making winged liner, but honestly that came together kind of quick. Things that I am noticing, being that I have so many other eyeliners that are in my collection now, it's not actually super duper black compared to some other liners that I have. This does claim to be blackest of blacks. It is a sort of thinnish. It's a very light, liquidy eyeliner, so it is a little bit sheer, but it does build over itself, glide over itself very, very nicely, so you can darken it a bit. And if you're somebody who doesn't like a super bold black liner, this is a little bit softer, but I do think it comes off just a little bit more natural. There's the eyeliner applied. There's our wings. Let's go ahead now onto the mascara. So for mascara, I've gone ahead and I've curled my lashes. For the mascara, we have the Butter Blowout Mascara in black. Here is what it looks like. I think this whole like tropical packaging is cute. I like the pink with the leaves, very, very fun stuff. And this states that it is an ultra luxurious full volume and length mascara infused with keratin and property butter complex to deliver dramatic results. Dramatic results. Incredibly creamy and buildable formula paired with a round bristle brush captures and coats each lash from root to tip. Okay, so let's take a look at this brush. So it is a bristly brush, not one of those like rubber kind of silicone ones. I do see it kind of does have a little bit of a rounded shape, very simple shape to it. And they say that we should be able to nicely coat our lashes, get some length, get some drama. So let's go ahead and apply this. Oh no. Ah. So I was going to smell this when that happened because this also has that coconutty smell. Is a good thing we didn't do our face yet, because that was the case, this would be a little tricky to get off. Now my nose is all red. Okay, so there is about 2 coats built up. Again, I got teeny tiny baby lashes, so I'll do my best to show this off for you just on this eye here so far. So this is about 2 coats built up. I see a little bit of length coming on, but they're not staying lifted. That is something that my lashes tend to do. They do tend to fall. They're very stubborn, but I have found mascaras that do a good job of keeping a hold. This one isn't necessarily keeping that hold. It is providing just a little bit of length. And out of 2 coats here so far, I'm not feeling the drama yet. So I'm gonna build it up a little bit more in this eye and also apply it to the other eye here, and we'll see what we can get. All right, the mascara is applied. Here is how it is looking so far. It took some time to get here. I feel like the applicator, the bristles are really close together. I feel like it has a hard time hugging around each lash. So it doesn't coat very quickly, and it starts very thin and very undetectable, I guess. So it takes 2-3 layers to really kind of get it here. It is cute, it is pretty, and I would say it's lengthening, just not lifting. and it is a very subtle drama after taking some time to really build it up. So there is the upper eyes here completed so far. Let's go ahead and move on to the face and prime. And for primer, we have the Butter Believe It Putty Primer. So here's what the packaging looks like. It has that similar pink with the tropical leaves on the front. And then you open it up and it looks like a very well-known putty primer. e.l.f., Tatcha, they've got similar products like this. Catrice has one. I don't know if we used, no, I don't think we used it for Catrice, but I know a lot of brands have this putty primer. This one doesn't smell as coconutty. There's something there. Maybe it's just very clean, but that doesn't bother me too much. But anyways, this claims to be ultra luxurious, velvet smooth putty primer infused with our Property Butter Complex to deliver a radiant, soft, poreless complexion. Incredibly creamy and buttery texture, preps skin, and allows makeup to glide smoothly for all day wear. Okay. I am going to try to see if they have directions on how to apply it, because I've struggled with putty primers in the past before going too thick, that I find that foundation ends up not staying over top for a long period of time. So I want to see how they suggest to use this. And it says to warm the putty with the fingers and apply evenly over clean face. Blend with fingertips and let set for 30 seconds and then apply makeup. So it doesn't really state an amount, but warm it in your hands first and then apply with the fingertips. Okay. So I think I showed it off here. Here's what it looks like. It is very buttery. I am gonna scoop a little bit out here with my finger. I think we're gonna do it that way first. It does just like melt down. And then we will apply that with our fingertips. So we've got that blended on. I'm gonna let it sit for 30 seconds. Alrighty, and so off of initial application, okay, I do see some smoothing going on. The pores definitely look way less defined and minimal, so I do like that. This does, compared to a lot of other putty primers that I've used, it leaves a little bit of a sheen, a little bit of a dew, a little healthy looking glow on the skin. So that looks really, really pretty. Yeah, I mean, it looks really good on the chin here and the areas where pores are a little bit more emphasized. Typically with a putty primer here, I only ever focus it on the center, but being that it's our only primer, I did go very light on the outer parts here as well. I mean, yeah, overall, I like the finish that it's providing. It looks very healthy and smoothing and blurring. So far so good. I don't feel any weird slip. It doesn't feel necessarily gripping them either, so we'll find out. Let's go ahead now and introduce the foundation. For foundation, we have the Butter Believe It foundation and concealer. Okay, very cool. On the site here, they currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12 shades. That's okay, that's not too bad. And I believe I probably have the lightest shade. Sure do, I have the lightest shade, Fair. Maybe not, maybe it's Fair to Light. Let me just, there we go, I have the second shade, Fair to Light. This is an ultra luxurious foundation plus concealer infused with a powerful blend of, I'm not going to pronounce this right, Murumuru butter, Kabuaku butter, and Tucumra butter. 3 butters, 3 very hard to pronounce butters from the lush, nutrient-rich Amazon. Okay. Incredibly creamy texture, melts onto skin, leaving natural radiant glow, while our long-wearing weightless formula provides a buildable coverage. Okay. It comes in a glass container. Here's what it looks like. Glass, or maybe just a thick plastic container. Has a pump, which is very nice. I don't know why. Anytime something says concealer, I'm always curious to check if we've got a little hidden doe foot on the bottom. We don't. That's okay. So let's pump a little bit of this on the back of our hand. I did notice, I think this is going to be a thinner formula. It seems to separate pretty quickly. Okay. There's a little bit of on the back of our hand. Ooh, I'm nervous, this might be a little dark. It's not as thin as I thought. I thought it would be pretty darn thin. All right, let's go ahead and grab that Beauty Creations blender and we will apply this all over the face. So we've got that all blended out here. This shade isn't too bad. It is maybe just a slight bit dark. I think I would have maybe been better off with their lightest shade, but I think we can make this work. It does have that slight dewy healthiness coming through. It's not a matte finish or anything like that. Decent coverage, honestly. I would say this is a medium buildable coverage, so very nice there. It doesn't feel heavy or anything like that on the skin here. It does have a little bit of a tack feel, so I do think that it would need to be set down. But yeah, so far feels really comfortable, really liking the finish, and really liking the coverage. So far, so good. Let's go ahead now and grab our concealer again. This does say that it is a foundation concealer, but we do have our concealer that we will use to brighten up just a little bit. We are now concealed. Looking pretty good here so far. Coverage is really, really nice. I put a little bit of concealer on initially right here before we like dove into the eyes and everything like that. And I think it's holding up pretty well. You can still kind of tell that there's something there, but coverage is pretty darn nice with the concealer and also with the foundation. So loving that. Let's go ahead and finish up the eyes here. And then also, there were two products that we ended up not being able to get. They do exist. They do have them on their website. I thought I put them in my cart. I don't know what happened, but for brows, we do not have a brow pencil or like a colored brow product. We do have a brow gel, clear brow gel, but we don't have like a color, like a pencil or anything like that to add. And then also lips as well. I was not able to get a lip product. They do have them, and I recalled looking at them and I thought I added them to my cart. But when I looked at my confirmation, I didn't order them. I don't know. So we're not going to put anything necessarily on the lips. And I am going to try to work with the brows. So we're going to go back into the eyeshadow here, finish up under the eyes, and then also try and take that lightest brown shade here and try to fill in the brows a little bit. So let's start there. So I'm just going to take our Morphe E29 brow brush here, dip into that light brown color and take this through very gently. I worry it's gonna be a little warm for the blonde that we've got, so maybe we'll do some mixing with the other one as well. I'm going very, very gentle, so I don't know how much of this is actually picking up on camera, but that is a little warm. My blonde, so I'm going to try going in with a darker shade here as well. I'm scared that this is gonna make them too dark, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay. It's not the best, but the brows have been worse, so this somewhat works. I just wanted to put something in them so they didn't just disappear. So that's not too bad. It would work if you had maybe darker blonde hair. I don't know. But anyways, let's go ahead into the brow gel here then. This is the Mineral Wear Diamond Mascara in clear. Here is what the packaging looks like. I believe this is a newer product compared to a lot of the other stuff that I have here. Look at this fun packaging. This is so pretty. Very exciting. There is a lot about this. Let's see. You can use it on your lashes, but we're gonna just focus on using it on the brows here. It's a conditioning clear mascara that makes it easy to take control of your looks. Used to prime, condition, groom, and tame while providing a solid yet lightweight hold. All-in-one mascara includes a real lustrous diamond dust, for a subtle yet alluring finish, while lasting, strengthening peptides promote healthier hair, looking lash and brows. That could be nice. Soothing mineral water and nourishing vitamin E transform dull lashes, leaving them feeling smooth to the touch. Okay. It is talc-free, extra breathable, making it a perfect match for those who often experience various skin issues. and cruelty-free. There's a lot going on there. Okay, very, very interesting. I'm kind of intrigued. I somewhat wish I would have put this on my lashes first before I went in the mascara, but that's okay. It does seem to be a product that's intended to maybe benefit your brows and lashes over time, which might be something I consider because these little teeny tiny baby lashes could use all the love. But we're gonna use it in our brows here and set the brows down. So we've got that brow gel in. It is very thin. Lifts the brow hairs instantly. They didn't stay like super duper lifted, but they do seem to be, you know, in place here so far. Extremely lightweight. Cannot feel it at all, but they are staying in place fairly nicely here. So that is the brows. I realized I'm all over the place here with this video, that I have not set the face here yet, so I should probably get into that so that our face doesn't crease up on us. So let's introduce that product. So this one is on Ulta's website. I did not find it on Physicians Formula's website, so hopefully it's still a product that's still around. It says right now it's only available online through Ulta. But this is the Mineral Wear Talc-Free Mineral Airbrush Pressed Powder, SPF 30, and I have the shade Translucent. It delivers an impeccable coverage for a flawless airbrush finish. Visibly reduces the appearance of fine lines, wrinkles, pores, and sun damage. Okay, so we love a little bit of an extra SPF. Definitely something that I can use a little bit more of. Smooths, you know, more pore blurring, which is always very nice. We'll see how it works with some of like the fine lines and stuff that I get up on the forehead here. So let's grab, I'm gonna start with this brush here. It is a Luxie, says it's a precision foundation brush, but we use it to set our face. Okay, and then I will grab a larger brush here. Take this Sonia brush, slightly larger, and we'll just go all over the rest of the face. The face is set here now. I do think it pulled away a little bit of that like natural healthy sheen or whatever that was coming through. It's still slightly there, and there's a chance that that may come back again over time. I do think it did slightly help with smoothing out some of the lines here on my forehead. I can still see some of them a little bit, but honestly not too bad. It definitely feels a little bit more set. Yeah, that actually feels really, really nice. Okay, wow. I'm really happy with how the face is looking here so far. Very nice. Now let's finish the eyes. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take our M433 brush, dipping into that lightest brown shade here again, pinching the brush and blending that along the majority of the lower lash line here, focusing a good amount of it on the outer though. And then next, let's take a smaller brush here. We'll take the Morphe M213 brush and dip into that more kind of greeny shade here that we used all over the lid. Dip into there. I'm gonna press it on the back of my hand here in hopes to avoid any fallout, and then blend that pretty much all over again as well. All right, and then using the same brush here, I'm gonna go into that lightest shade, use that on the inner area and connect that through the inner corner. Keeping it nice and simple, but that's where we're gonna have leave the shadows on the lower lash line. Then let's grab that mascara again. There we go, lower lash mascara is applied. The eyes are now complete. I do think that the eyes look really, really pretty. So let's just keep going. Let's get back to the face here now. So I decided to go with a little palette, like a face palette, a trio. My battery's gonna die. Wow, good again. Battery, all better. Okay, fix the battery. So let's go ahead and dive into the face here now. Now I got a face palette for the face here, and I didn't notice it until now. They do have this listed on the packaging as a limited edition product, but I do think, I'm not certain, I do think that they do have all three of these little highlighter, blush, bronzer as individuals. I try to avoid limited edition things because I want to be able to try out products that are available for a long time. So hopefully these are available individually, but also getting a little trio like this is a huge saver when it comes to the cost of the full face and the cost of the products. Anyways, this is the, oh, it's that butter word. Oh no. It is the MURUMURU butter highlighter palette. Oh no. Is it all highlighter? Glow face palette. I thought this was like a, oh no. I thought this was like a blush, highlighter, bronzer. That might not be the case. Oh no. Wait, okay, well, we'll see if we end up using it that way. So, first off, here's what it looks like. I haven't taken the protector off of it here yet because this lightest one here is fallen apart. So let's take it off now and be very careful. Yeah, he is just loose in the pan there. Here's what it looks like. I'm holding my hand under there in hopes that that highlighter does not fall out. So I thought it was that we had a highlighter, a blush in the middle, and a bronzer. But reading this now, and I should have paid more attention when ordering. Oh well. There's bits of highlighter that are crushed into my carpet now, but that's okay. Anyways, I should have paid more attention, and I thought that I was getting a highlighter, blush, bronzer palette. That might not be the case. We may still try to use it in that way. We'll see what happens. Physicians Formula is very, very well known for their butter bronzer. I chose to not get the butter bronzer because I have used it in the past. Again, the whole coconut thing, not my favorite. It is a pretty bronzer. I just was not reaching for it very, very often. So I didn't want to have to repurchase it again with knowing that I probably would not hold on to it again. So I thought getting a small little palette like this would have been a better option. We shall see. So let's just go ahead and try this out on the face. I'm not gonna hold this up anymore because that highlighter is in no good condition to be handled. So we're gonna start with what, is it a bronzer? It says it's a glow palette. Am I on the right thing? I'm not even on the right thing here. Let's just, here it is. I found it. It is, okay, it's still the same thing. Butter. Glow face palette. We're good now. So this does consist of a highlighter, a blush, and a bronzer. Okay, we're good. All good. Okay, so it does, reading it here, seeing it on the website, it does consist of their very famous, very well-known butter bronzer. Tiny little guy here in the pan, so we'll be using that today as our bronzer. Maybe my mind will be changed from previous tries. We shall see. But this is an ultra luxurious bronze trio infused with that butter to deliver radiant Brazilian goddess glow. Incredibly creamy and ultra soft texture combines the best features of a powder and cream to deliver a lift from within, tropical glow unlike any other. Okay, so let's grab a brush here. Being that it's small, I'm gonna go in with our Laurice flat powder brush here, dipping into our butter bronzer and applying that on the face. Okay, there is the bronzer applied here so far. Honestly, it's not looking that bad. It's looking cute. It's really pretty. I do really like how that's looking on the face here. So maybe it'll redeem itself. Let's go ahead and dip into the blush here now. And I think I'm just gonna use the same brush here and dip into that blush. It is the Beachy Peach Butter Blush. This does looks to have some glow in it as well. So we're gonna dive into that and apply this on the cheeks. There is the blush. Not sure how well the camera's picking it up here, but it definitely has some really nice pigment. And it has a bit of a gold glow to it that I can see on the face here, but not overpowering. Sometimes I get a little bit hesitant with glowy blushes that it's gonna be too intense, but really this one is not that bad at all. So there's the blush. Let's go ahead and use this very fragile highlighter. I'm gonna grab our Sonia brush, our Sonia F03 brush, dip on into that guy and apply this to the high points. And there is the highlighter applied. It is really cute. I do really like it. I like how all three of those products are playing and working together. It's very interesting because the blush has like a gold glitz to it, but the highlighter is very, you know, typical white kind of champagne-y. So the two of those are mixing together, which honestly, I mean, it works. I think it's really, really nice. So yeah, I do think the face is looking really, really nice here so far. Let's see what we've got left. We have made it to the last product. Again, they have lip products. I don't know. I thought I put it in my cart. I must not have, so we're not gonna be doing anything on the lips here. So we are going to dive into the setting spray here now. And for setting spray, we have the Butter Believe It Skin Mist. It has that butter, that MURUMURU butter. Ultra luxurious setting spray, has their butter complex to deliver a radiant, flawless, airbrushed finish. It is incredibly weightless, smooth skin, and effortlessly sets and refreshes makeup for an all-day wear. So seeing luxurious setting spray, I imagine that it's not necessarily a mattifying spray. It's probably gonna kind of keep with this whole like healthy skin look, a little bit of a just like a natural dew, nothing too overpowering though. So let's give this guy a mister test. The mist is not bad. It's got a little bit of tropicalness to it. Not too bad, not super coconutty, so that we'll see how I feel about that. Let's go ahead and set our face. All right, grab our sponge, grab our fan, blot everything down. The face is set here now. Yeah, I think it leaves a little bit of that like summer glow. I'm not seeing any specific ingredients, like any flecks that like are for that, but it looks like a nice healthy glow, but not overpowering, not over dewy or anything like that. The mister is very like widespread. So naturally already whenever putting setting spray, I feel like a good hunk of it just falls down onto your chest. But like this stuff got everywhere. It's on my arms, it's on my shirt. So the sprayer is very wide. Face is looking really nice. I feel like a little bit of our fine lines on our forehead are coming through again a little bit here, so I'm not seeing it smoothing those out anymore, but I do think the face was looking a little powdery, a little heavy from the powder, and I do think it pulled that back a little bit, which is really, really nice. So far, so good. So this is all the products. This is what the full face is looking like. I would love to hear from you guys in the comments down below as to what you think of how this look is looking. I really love it. I love the eyes. I love how the face came together here. It does feel very summery. The scent of everything is very tropical, which it's up to you if that's a scent that you do or do not enjoy, but it does linger a little bit because it is in a good amount of the products. But I do think the makeup looks very, very cute, very, very fun. Now let's figure out how much this full face cost. Let's see here. So being that we saved a little bit by doing a palette here instead of getting an individual highlighter, bronzer, blush situation, this did definitely help bring that price down a little bit. This palette here on its own is $9.99, so 10 bucks for 3 products. That's really not bad at all. So a good savings there. And then, of course, the fact that we did not actually have a brow pencil or brow product to tint the brows, and that we don't have a lip product, that is going to bring the price down here a little bit as well. But for all the products that we use today, our full face cost is coming out to $121.90. And of course, with this being a drugstore brand, having that price, I don't think is bad at all. I do really like that price. Seeing how everything is working and playing together, I think that is a very, very good price for this full face. So happy about that. Loving that price point. And now let's just kind of go through the products here real quick and talk about what we did and what we did not enjoy. And so with the concealer here, I'll have to use it a couple more times. It is very, very interesting. It's a little bit of a different formula than what I've used before. But I don't see it looking too heavy here or creasing or anything like that. So I do like that. So I am going to say yes to this product because so far it is laying and working really well on the face and on the eyes. Then we went into this eyeshadow palette, and it is very small and it's very simple, but honestly it is very, very cute, and I do really love the performance of every single shadow that we used. I'm excited to use that more gray kind of metallic shade. I think that's really, really pretty. So yeah, very simple, but honestly beautiful palette. So this is also a yes. Do you guys hear the ice cream truck? I don't know if you guys can hear that. We'll wait for that to pass. Okay, so next we did the eyeliner. So this guy right here, as I mentioned earlier, this is a product that I already had in my collection, so yes, I do enjoy this eyeliner. I will be honest though, it is not an eyeliner that I reach for as often as I used to. It's a great first liquid pen liner, and that's what it was for me, and it really got me into actually using liquid liners and trying and playing around with creating winged liner. I do think it's really good for that. It's not as blackest black as they state on the website, so benefits to that is it doesn't come off as very bold and very dramatic. So if you do want to create a liner that's not brown but is still black and still comes off, you know, just a little subtle, I do think this could be really, really nice. Hold is very good on it too, so of course this is going to be a yes for me. Then we jumped into the mascara, not the face, the mascara, and I think I'm gonna say no to this guy. It just took a long time to get the lashes sort of where we wanted them. It did provide that length, but they're not staying very lifted, and we somewhat got the drama with them, but just not as much as I would have liked. So I am gonna say no to the mascara. And then we went into the face and we did the Butter Putty Bronzer. Butter believe it. Putty bronzer, putty primer, whatever I'm trying to say here. Putty primer. And I think I'm gonna say yes to this. Yeah, I'm actually very, very happy with this. I think it prepped the face really, really nicely, smoothed everything out, kind of set the whole, you know, natural, healthy dew thing. Everything that laid on over top of that kind of had that similar vibe as well. So yeah, I'm very happy with how this one worked here so far. So this is going to be a yes. Then we did our foundation. I am also going to say yes to this one here. I'll have to play around with it a little bit more just to see how often I use it, but it does not feel heavy at all. Again, the finish is just a very nice, healthy looking finish, not matte, not over dewy, just a good, nice finish. And then the powder here. Also a yes. I'm very particular with powders. I, for some reason, just really love a loose powder. So I don't find myself reaching for pressed powders like this very often. But honestly, it did initially do a really good job of smoothing out some of the lines and stuff that I have on my forehead. So I did really enjoy that. So I will say yes to this. And then let's talk about the brow gel. Yeah, I'm gonna say yes, and especially because I'm very curious to use this under the lashes as well, prepping the lashes with it as well. Curious to see if that'll help with lifting, but mostly curious to see if used over a long period of time, if it's gonna strengthen these teeny tiny baby lashes. So I'm gonna say yes to this guy. I do think the hold in the brows is really nice. It's not detectable or anything like that. So yeah, yes to that guy. On to the face palette. This guy right here. I'm gonna say yes. I know I was talking down a little bit on our butter bronzer here, but using it again here, it is really, really pretty. I'm not gonna lie, just in general, I'm not a fan of the scents and things that are going on the face. So as a whole, I don't know how many of these products I'll use again in full combination, but I do think I might get a little bit of use of this with other products. So yeah, I'm gonna say yes. I do like how the bronzer is looking. The blush is really, really pretty. The highlighter we're gonna have to be careful with. Maybe try to refix it so it stays in the pan. We shall see, but I will say yes to this as well. And lastly, for the setting spray, I'm gonna say yes as well. I do think everything is set really, really nicely, and it has not altered really anything that's going on underneath, which is something that I always look for, something that I always love. The mister is very nice. It's just very wide, so it gets everywhere, but it doesn't leave really too heavy droplets or anything like that on the face. So I was very happy with this. So this guy is a yes. So that means that we're really only getting rid of one product. Everything else I'm really happy with. I'm really happy with how the look came out here and how everything is performing together. Just struggled a little bit with the mascara here. And again, just don't know if I'll use all these products in full combination with each other, primarily just because I don't love the scent. But other than that, I am so happy with the performance of these products, and I hope you guys are happy with them as well. I would love to hear from you guys in the comments on if you guys have used Physicians Formula products before, if you've got any favorites. I know everybody loves the butter bronzer, and Physicians Formula comes out with so many products. Their website is just full of products. So they have so much. So I'd love to hear from you guys if you have Physicians Formula products that you guys enjoy. And I want to just quickly, before we wrap up the video here, say another thank you to you guys for us hitting 100 subscribers. I know it's a small number, but I love celebrating these little milestones. Every single one of you guys is so important to me, and I appreciate you guys for sticking around and enjoying the videos. So again, if this is your first time here, I would love for you guys to say hello in the comments down below, like the video. If you're enjoying them, I would love for you to subscribe to the channel as well, because I do love interacting with you guys. So thank you for every single one of you. And that's gonna be everything. If you guys enjoyed the video, feel free to give it a big thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you wanna be notified of the next time that I post, make sure you hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you can be notified. If you've got any brand recommendations, leave those in the comments down below. I would love to add it to the list of so many brands. And that's gonna be it for me. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.